Let's see here. Oh, is it the light wave or the Ormus wave? Give me the Ormus. Give me the Ormus. Yes. All right. So technically, Ada can't die. Boys, we got the Ormus buff. We got the gem box event. Did you guys see the spoiler alert on my YouTube channel, the community page? Yeah, all the rewards are in the game. Let's talk about it. Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Zeals. I'm back with another video. How are you guys doing? I'm feeling really good today. I just had a day off on a Friday. I went out and had dinner with my girlfriend and I had some cold brew, had some ice cream. So I'm really hyper right now and I just wanted to go home and play some Idle Heroes. So here I am. I've missed you guys. It's only been what, like 10 hours or 12 hours? Is it actually 20 hours? So we have the weekly events. Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for that. And next week, finally guys, if everything's on schedule, ooh, you can see my shadow in the back. If everything's on schedule, we're gonna have the Heroic Summon event next week, and there's gonna be a new either Fortress or Forest hero. Make sure you tune in, subscribe on my YouTube channel, and I'll give you guys some spoilers as soon as I hear it, or you can just join my Discord and listen to the Leak Lady as well. Anyways guys, so we have this week the gem box, the mysterious chest, aka, if you're a new player, we call this the gem box event, as well as the campaign loot event, which is this week Treasure Bay, where Captain Field is giving away what? Helm. I don't know how that is a... Oh yeah, that's a helm, right? Yeah. Anyways guys, we'll talk about the rewards. So basically for the campaign loot, it's just as it sounds. You loot your campaign and you get these tokens or items, and you collect it. You also get it in your daily mail as well. I think I collected it. Yeah, you get 100 per day. It's the same system, right? But the good thing is that there is a hero that you can obtain. Let's talk about it. Let's just go right in and talk about it. So there is a hero that you can obtain for cheap, most likely, as long as you're looting every 10 hours, right? The campaign loot, you just have to collect every 10 hours, not 8 hours anymore. They extended it not so long ago, so that's pretty nice change, by the way. I could sleep in, not that I sleep 8 hours, but anyways, you can get Demon Hunter for shizzles as well as Socia, unless you're really under the curve. Like the average you're going to get is about 2,400, maybe 2,500. Usually 2,500. So if you're kind of on the low end of the RNG stick, then you might not get Socia. Anyways, if you're free-to-play player, then you can aim at least for Socia or Demon Hunter, or you could get a Jara skin, which I really like, by the way. It's one of my favorite skins. I think I say that about all the skins. I'm a huge sucker for skins. You guys know that. Anyways, what I'm going to do personally on both of my accounts, on Android as well as iOS, what I will do is just go for the Prophet Orbs. Actually, I might even just go for the Heroic Summon Scrolls, because most of the people that are asking me questions about what to do for the future, I'm going to tell them to save as many scrolls as possible, right? Because of the 3rd anniversary event, where the Heroic Summon event will introduce either a light or a dark hero, or maybe both this time. Like last time, we'll see. Last time it was Mim and Belrain, as well as other tons of stuff that you got along with the Heroic Summon event. So I might get the scrolls, or if, I don't know, maybe a Faith Blade. We'll see. I don't think I'll be spending this week. I haven't spent last week or the week before. This will be my 3rd week. I didn't buy that Mim. I didn't buy the Valkyrie skin. I'm hanging in there real tight. So Faith Blade, he's still a good hero, right? It's just that the light faction is just being overshadowed, no pun intended, by the dark heroes. All the dark heroes, like no matter what setup, whether it is a non-aura or of course GVE, good versus evil, 3 light 3 darks, or rainbow, or any like setup you want to go for, unless you're going for like 6 Horuses or something like that, you want to have a dark hero because of how powerful they are in engaging, like finishers like Mim, as well as people who are able to chunk a lot of health off of the enemies for Mim to tick in, like Omnivore and Aspen as well. But light heroes, due to their faction, take additional damage from dark heroes, and Faith Blade, Belrain, as well as Michelle are going, well, all the light heroes for that matter, are going to take additional damage from the dark heroes. And because how powerful dark heroes are in terms of just raw damage, not only just raw damage, they have other utilities as well. They just, the light heroes just melt right now. Even with the recent changes to Faith Blade, it's just not enough, boys. Let's just be honest, it's not enough. Just because you have Faith Blade or two in your good versus evil aura does not make your GVE any stronger. I'm not saying that Faith Blade is bad, he's still good, but light heroes in general are just light heroes. They are just little tiny bits and things here and there outside of Ada, guys. Like whether you're using Belrain or Michelle or Faith Blade, it's just a little small pro and a little small con, right? Sometimes you'll win, sometimes you'll lose. Overall, the win-loss, it's just such a small gap between these heroes. So as for the artifact, the Antlers Cane. And here it is, Antlers Cane, the full stats, 70% precision, 25% attacks. So skill damage stat, let's open up a hero. Let's talk about Aspen's active. So if you look at Aspen's active, the active skill, the 206% of his attack damage against 4 random enemies, that portion will be affected by skill damage, not the max damage, right? Portion of his damage. Any percent HP portion of his damage or any other hero's damage are not affected by skill damage. Any attack percent or attack percent multipliers are affected by skill damage. All right, not basic attack, just the active skill. So skill damage stat affects that. So with that in mind, so skill damage is of course good on heroes that have high attack percent damage multiplier, like heroes like, where is he? Omnivore. So skill damage will scale better on heroes with high scaling attack percent damage multipliers like Omnivore. I want to touch up about skill damage once again on ZealsAmbitions. All right, so you see that he does have 150% of attack damage, deals damage to all enemies, and that portion of his active skill is affected by skill damage. However, the dot is not. People who advocate stacking attack on ZealsAmbitions, while it is a good stat for him in PvE as well as PvP, it doesn't scale that well mathematically because of his last passive. While attack does sound pretty good on paper, because you think that it's going to affect his dot damage as well, whereas crit or crit damage doesn't affect his dots. However, his last passive does grant him skill damage, 20% skill damage. And this can stack up to 40 plus stacks depending on your group comp and how long you last. But in a pretty much standard 15 round fight, unless you're using multiple ZealsAmbitions, you're going to see at least 40-ish, upper 40-ish stacks of this buff, which is a sick ton of skill damage. And skill damage will not affect his bleed damage. So the bleed of ZealsAmbitions damage is less than 10%. That's why crit damage scales so much better with skill damage, because it just multiplies the crap out of his 115% of attack damage against all enemy opponents. Cool? Cool. Alrighty, let's go talk about precision. So precision, just because you see 70% precision here does not mean it increases Mims damage by 70%. Alright, so the cap for precision is 150%. So 150% will give your hero 45% additional damage. Alright, I shouldn't say additional because it's a multiplicative. It's not attack or anything like that. It boosts the damage overall as a separate multiplier. Anyways, what it means is that you do more damage with a lot of precision, and Antlers Cane has 70% of it, which is what? Almost halfway towards the 150% cap of 45% more damage. All right, I wanted to say that a little bit slow because it can get a little confusing. First thing precision does, right? It reduces the defender's chance to block and increases attackers' damage, like I said, up to 45% damage. Now, counters the defending hero's block stats. So if a hero has 100% block, precision lowers that by the percent that is shown on your hero sheet or the artifact, like we're talking about Antlers Cane here, by 70%. So it will lower block by 70%. Now, precision doesn't affect, I've done hundreds of, I think I did like at least 20 videos talking about this. Every single hero release, I talk about this. There's tons of mathematicians and wizards on Reddit and Facebook and Discord that have done the math as well. Precision doesn't affect the percent HP portion of damage or max HP. Anything HP related damage, it doesn't affect that stuff. However, the bonus damage from precision does affect counterattack, which was tested on King Martin, as well as Horus, multiple heroes. It also affects your dots, as well as basic and active skill, or attacks. There's one more interesting fact about precision, alright? So when you are attacking a hero that is weaker towards your faction, so let's say you're an Abyss hero, you're scary, and you're about to unleash your active skill on Valkyrie, which is a forest hero, that scary is going to gain 15% precision. Alright? Cool? Awesome. So now that we've talked in detail about precision, let's look at what it actually does on a hero like Mim. So I slapped on Antlers Cane for the purpose of the video, and of course Mage Set also has that 10% flat precision right there. Yeah. Anyways, if you look at it overall, Mim does have 95% precision. So if he's attacking a hero with 100% block, Mim will reduce that chance to block by 95% down to 5%. 1 in 20 chance to block Mim's damage. Not only that, boys, but precision. The 95% precision that Mim has that you're seeing right now will increase his damage by 28.5%. Sounds pretty good to me. All right, but let's see here. Which portion, right, does it affect? Of course, it will affect his active skill, as well as his basic, and his last passive, because it is a percent of attack damage and not an HP portion damage. Alright, basically, so that 95% precision will increase his last passive along with other attack multipliers by 28.5%, because his last passive is not based off of what? Percent HP. And it is a dot damage, so it will affect it nicely. That's why Antlers Cane is sought after for Mim, for those players who don't have. You can get salty now. People can get salty. A Kiss of Ghost, right? So Antlers Cane is a good alternative. It was offered for free last Christmas event. What was that? 2017 Christmas event. It was offered for free if you did not opt out for Faith Blade in the shop. I believe this is the third time Antlers Cane is being offered. Sometimes you have artifacts that are like 3200 and there are 3600. That is determined by the developers at DH Games. So DH Games feels that the Antlers Cane is worth multiple packs. Most likely people who want to buy this out will have to buy $200 worth of packs, unless their RNG is pretty good or unless it's pretty bad. So in DH Games' eyes, Antlers Cane is worth like 200, which is a high value artifact. In my point of view, as a person who thoroughly and loves to test this game, in my eye, if you have one Antlers Cane, I don't think you should get another one. If you did not get this artifact back in 2017 Christmas, or you're just like a new player, then I wouldn't really worry too much about it, because right now in the end game, not a lot of people are using, even the whales are not really using Antlers Cane. Most people that are using Antlers Cane are the ones that got it from the Christmas event at 2017. It's not a bad artifact, but it's not at the top of the tier. There are other artifacts that are more sought after, like Magic Stone Sword, Lucky Candy Bar, and in terms of offensive artifacts, there is Kiss of Ghost, as well as even the Staff Punisher of Mortal. While crit and crit damage value has been a little bit lowered by the tier 2 enable passive, right? Still, crit is more sought after because right now we are in a need for burst meta. That does not mean that Antlers Cane is bad if you have one, right? I have one, and I do like to use it time to time. I try it on Mim if you don't have Kiss of Ghost as well. But if you have a Magic Stone Sword, I would use Magic Stone Sword. But Magic Stone Sword is so sought after for a lot of heroes. And not really, because it is Need for Speed, Need for Burst right now. And Energy Artifacts is the flavor of the month again, where the more the better. But if you don't have a Kiss of Ghost or Magic Stone Sword to spare on your heroes, and you want to put a good artifact on Mim, I strongly advise using the anti-class artifacts, which you can get pretty much for free, right? Or even Fearless Armor. Fearless Armor is still a good artifact, guys. One more time, for me, I'm not going to purchase Antlers Cane. I have one on both accounts. Of course, having two would be nice, but not gonna pay. Not gonna pay. You know where you guys know when I pay. You guys, I will always from now on tell you guys what is worth it for me and what I'm going to do. If I think it's worth it, I'm gonna tell you guys I'm gonna buy it. If I don't think it's worth it right now, I don't think right now in current meta, Antlers Cane is not worth it if you have at least one. Of course, if you don't have any, of course, even if you have one, having another would be helpful down the line, but we don't know what's gonna happen. We can have another great artifact coming out relatively soon during the spring festival event or the 3rd anniversary event. Even in the high-end PvE, you're not going to use Antlers Cane. You're going to use, because of the precision change as well as the enable changes, you need a little bit more tankier setup for like the high end game PvE. When you're using multiple scaries, using anti-class artifact is just way better. But if you have like really bad luck with getting those, even though it's like from just regular orange artifacts, then and you just want to swipe your credit card and get a nice, easy, decent artifact, then Antlers Cane is just yours. Why even? Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the gem box. I knew that Valkyrie was going to be out, so I made a video about Valkyrie. Make sure you check that out if you haven't. I made a video about Valkyrie yesterday, just right before this video. Anyways, give that video some love and thumbs up. Anyways, thanks guys for that. The last chest. The question, of course, is are you a new player? Are you a free-to-play, monthly? So many things, variables matter, but for I would say about 95% of all players, this is must get. It's a go, green light. For me, it's going. I'm not going to purchase it for Valkyrie. I'm not going to purchase it for the guild coins. I have tons of those on both of my accounts. I'm sitting at like more than 300k guild coins after maxing all my tech. So on my accounts, I'm happy with how many Valks I have. This one having already 2 E3 Valkyries. And as I said about every hero in this game, when they're new, they're powerful, except for Cthulhu or some other heroes. But every day that goes by, that hero's days are numbered, right? Their days are numbered. Look at Sia, guys. Look at Sia. How she went from like whoop and then whoo, just equalized. All right. Anyways, that's another whole topic. All right. And glory relics, 30 glory relics. So I'm going to be spending 8,000 gems for 30 glory relics. That is pretty good value because let's think about it. We need to complete 2 heroic summons to get this many. And you're not going to complete 2 heroic summons with 8,000 gems. Of course, you're not going to get the 5-star fodders or the 4-star or the 3-star fodders or the joy and the gambling feeling or the rush. You're not going to get the rush. Man, these days, as I'm getting older, I scream a lot more. I don't know what's going on. When I play games, I get that rush right. I don't know if it's like because I take a lot of caffeine or I just don't sleep. Anyways, guys, glory relics, it's good. Gucci. All right, they're good. 8K is a little steep for those players that are new. I was thinking about making a new account this week, but I'm gonna have to kind of skip because those whales that have 8K gems or that are buying, like you could get 8K pretty easily without making a lot of purchases on a new account. So I'm gonna kind of opt out because I don't want to, spend like 50 to 100 bucks on a new account on the first day. So I'll wait for next week. There's going to be a huge advantage for those that even have 1 Valkyrie. Speaking of gems, I did get a nice challenge completion. Woo! And Barrier, yeah, he's still a good PvE hero, but if you had to choose between one or the other, guys, come on, it's like pretty much a no-brainer. Yeah, I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan. I love that song. Anyways, the rest of the boxes, the orbs. Oh man, if you have the gems, get it. Remember, I made a video about how to get 80 orbs per month as a monthly card player, and this deal is one of them to get 8 nice and easy. Just 10% of the 80 that you need for 1 loop completion, just out, right? Just get that stress over with, and this is one of the ways, all right? If you have the gems, get it. This part, 1,200 gems for the 4-star armor is worth it, but if you had to choose between one or the other, guys, get the profit orbs, and if you can't complete the armor set, it's not a big deal. I've been in that shoe before. I might be in that shoe this week on both my accounts. And as for the last 500 gem box, come on, guys. Come on, guys. That is worth, okay? Worth. If you did not get Ada because you're a new player or you just had no scrolls going into the Ada Heroic Summon event, then Valkyrie is going to be your next best choice for Aspen Dungeon if you haven't completed Hell. I'm making a video about Aspen Dungeon. I just had like the smoothest, the best run ever that I've personally ever seen and personally I've ever done. So I'm gonna showcase that tomorrow, hopefully. But anyways, guys, currently Valkyrie is still useful and she's still relevant in the meta today. Whether you're talking about PvP or PvE, we'll have to see what she'll do or if she'll be phased out in the Rainbow Aura really soon. We'll see about that. But in terms of Aspen Dungeon, Valkyrie is going to be your second best choice. And as for Pray for Fire, any of those harder bosses, she'll be your go-to because through her basic attacks as well as her actives, she will constantly reduce the enemy's attack value by 32%. I'm rounding it, okay? 32, 33, okay, I'll round it 33, okay? So 32, 33% constantly, all right? That is awesome. And if you're running multiple Valkyries against harder Pray for Fire bosses, then more power to you. It has always been like this for me, whether it be light or dark release. Before it, people were asking, should I build a Bell Ring? Should I build a Faith Blade? Literally 5 or 6 weeks or even 4 weeks before a light hero's release. And the answer was wait and see. Wait and see, because Fortress is up or due next. Whether it be Forest or Fortress, DH Games will decide what they want to do with that, but we're due for one. All right, and Socia right now in terms of the PvP meta, she is falling off because the reason why Socia is falling off, and I wanted to discuss this of course in my tier list video, but let's just do it now anyways. The reason why she's falling off is because in the of course, end game means end game, right? In the end game PvP, I'm not talking about the transitional meta, things like that, or you know, when everyone on your server is a 9-star hero. So Socia, as you know, her active skill only targets one enemy opponent hero, right? So reducing the attack by 40%. That is awesome. It was awesome in a sustained 15-round meta where you're just surviving and lowering attack and then trying to go for a kill with the move with Socia. But that meta is over. We're back to need for speed, need for burst, and by the time she does her active in round 2, the fight's either determined or over. Let's just say that you use Speed Stone with an energy artifact, which I've tried by the way, and if you did that, you will literally lower one hero's attack value by 40%, and it's just not enough. If her active was changed to target maybe 2 or 3 heroes, or that's a little bit overpowered, but if it targeted 2 heroes with the most amount of attack and lowered both of their attacks, then maybe she had a fighting chance. Okay, not maybe, but she had a good chance of being relevant. But because she only targets one at a time, so round 2, round 5, etc. and etc., it's just way too slow right now for the need for burst, need for speed meta. Now, if you're trying to bring her not for the attack reduce but just to snipe damage, there's just heroes that do it better, that targets way more heroes, right? And she also relies on being hit in slot 1, and that's just not the point. I tried over the weeks with the 3 Valkyrie team. I also tried multiple Horus and Ada comps, and they're just not being hit. That's the point of GVE. GVE, it just mims last passive just melting. And most GVE heroes, they don't really have to go through slot 1 because they're doing their actives. Like 4 out of the 6 heroes will be doing their actives. So yeah, even if it hits slot 1, it's not like going to add a lot of stacks to Socia as it used to do. Because of course, over time, over rounds, she'll build more stacks. And that's just not the case. No, I gotta move close to the mic, guys. The hero that you've all been wanting to hear about, Ormus. Ormus, my boy, he is still the slowest hero in the game. Next to Gurki, they are alongside the slowest heroes in the game. Alright, so let's look at what they changed, the DH Games, with their clever marketing tactics. What did they change? They put Rescue Mark. It sounds fancy, it sounds cool, it sounds OP, but it's not, because, I mean, it's on theory, on paper, it is awesome. Thumbs up. However, read that right there. HP is lower than 30% it triggers. Guys, Valentino. Let's open Valentino. Alright. His last passive activates when he falls below 8%. And even then, I sometimes see Valentino just get obliterated with one shot. Even when it procs, it doesn't really help him that much because damage reduction just gets ignored by so much HP or percent HP portion damage. But the thing is about Ormus, it activates at sub 30% HP. That is way too low and way too outdated. I remember those heroes like Kameth, or even before Kameth, like Emily and Rosa, activate at 50%. It's just way too outdated. It's just way too slow. Even Valentino at 80% is kind of struggling, and it's starting to get inconsistent because of need for burst meta. All right, the healing portion, you could slap on 1000% healing. I mean, it's great, but it just activates way too slow. Right? And his active skill also same thing. When you're fighting in the endgame aura, like a double mim, it just, yeah, sometimes it can bring you up, right? Like an E3 last passive heal or Belrain's heal when she dies. It's maybe that little extra comfy room you need to survive. But you're bringing a fortress hero. Not only is it the slowest in the game, but it heavily relies on not being CC'd because it has no CC protection. It has instead a healing boost, right? There was that, yeah, healing effect boost, right? This was one of the first heroes to get a passive healing effect boost, not like Belrain's active. So in terms of PvP, Ormus does not have a place no matter what in terms of redemption. I mean, redemption right now, like I said, gotta kind of bring dark heroes right now because they're just way too strong. So Ormus just isn't going to cut it. No CC protection, no damage reduction. Even with damage reduction, people are having issues, right? Like I just told you about Valentino. And it just triggers way too late. In early PvE, I strongly recommend Ormus because of that smart heal. It's going to help you so much in Brave Trials, in the guild boss, and things like that. But in PvP, healing right now is just mostly just clutch. It's just an insurance policy. It's not something that will raise you back up like my old redemption videos where you saw like 4 million heals from Belrain's, the double Belrain's, right? Those days are the past. Like healing is like, how do I describe healing in this game? It's kind of like, basically, I'm playing a game called Lost Ark. It's a MMO action RPG like Diablo and World of Warcraft together, but there's no like a healer. Right? There's a class that can heal, but it takes a lot of ramping up and a lot of time to gather their heroes' resources to heal once in like a blue moon, like every 30 or a minute. Ormus is kind of like that, or healing in this game is kind of like that. Same goes for tanking. In that game, there's no real tanks and there's no real healers. You're just damage dealers with debuffs and buffs. And of course, some heroes do have a heal, or they could put like a shield or something like that, but it's not something they could spam. And that's just what it is right now. It used to be where healing mattered, but right now it's where it just, yeah, I mean, it can help you survive, but it's just not enough right now. I'm a person that loves the trifecta system, the tank, damage, healing. I love that well-rounded feeling because that's where I can do more min-maxing. But right now it's just brute force, push, shove everything down their throats and just kill them, right? And there's no optimizing for damage reduction or tanking or healing, stuff like that. Right now it's not in the meta. So Ormus, he is still good for the early PvE. But that being said, I wouldn't really tell you guys to go out there as a new player and purchase Ormus unless you want to kind of like, you know, 9-star him for the Aspen Dungeon. I'm sure he will be doing a lot better in Aspen Dungeon, which we'll be doing very shortly. Yeah, we'll be seeing how Ormus or the healing wave does right now currently. So we're gonna go right ahead. Is that an Ormus wave? Come on, please, click. Yeah, there's the Ormus, guys. What we've been waiting for. 64 hell. Ormus time. Let's go. Come on, Ormus. What do you got? What do you got for me? Let's slow it down. Let's slow down time here. Okay. We got a lot of healing effect boost from Belrain. Ormus has 2 stacks. All right. Can Ada? Can the Almighty Ada, our Lord, can she bring us out? Let's speed this up now. Let's speed this up. Okay, so they have that rescue mark, right? You see that, guys? There's the rescue mark. That fortress buff. And Ada is struggling. It's round 10, and there's no kills going off. Ugh. Oh, that mark just went off, but it did not save Vesa. No, it didn't. Okay, it did not save Ormus as well. Let's keep going. Overall, Hell 64, we were able to beat it. I don't want to skip it. Wrong button. Let's watch. Yeah. What? Why did I even watch? I should skip that anyways. Now let's see if we can get any more Ormuses. Let's see here. Oh! Is it the light wave or the Ormus wave? Give me the Ormus. Give me the Ormus. Yes! Alright, so technically, Ada can't die. There's no way these four, you know, lovely ladies, except for Ormus, they cannot kill him. They cannot kill Ada. Alright? Because there's no Heart Watcher to apply the mark. Oh, whoa, Vesa. Yo, Vesa. Calm down. Get out of that stun. Ada, get out of this. Alright, thank you. But the question... Whoa! Vesa just critting hard with that attack buff. The question remains. Can Ada finish without using an energy pot? What is it? The demon pot? Or devil pot? Demon pot, yeah. That question remains. I think... Wow! Yeah, Ada just... No problem. Is it just me or Ormus is... I see the rescue mark going off, but it's just not doing a lot of healing. Bam. Peace. Alright boys, thank you so much for watching today's video. If you made it this far, you know what I'm going to say. You've been loyal. You've been here all this time. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, sub up, and share it up with all your buddies and idlers. And thank you so much for the 9K subscriber mark. Thank you so much, guys. Anyways, I'm out. Peace. Bam.